Also this morning we have a proclamation for the National Responsible Pet Owners Month. Is there anybody here with a bright yellow shirt on that would like to come forward and receive fluorescent green shirts? If you'd like to come forward and greet the council, all of you are welcome to come up here if you'd like. And if we could have Courtney read that proclamation into the record.
Certainly, Mayor. Thank you. Whereas cats and dogs provide companionship and share the homes of more than 80,000 individuals in El Paso, and whereas responsible pet owners, by spaying and neutering their pets, help to reduce the number of unwanted litters of cats and dogs that end up at the animal shelter, and whereas approximately 18,000 homeless cats and dogs, many of them healthy and adoptable, are destroyed each year due to El Paso's pet overpopulation and a lack of good homes. And whereas spaying and neutering cats and dogs rather than euthanasia should be El Paso's preferred method to reduce the homeless pet overpopulation. And whereas veterinarians, animal welfare organizations, and private citizens in El Paso have joined together to advocate the spaying and neutering of companion animals on February 28, 2012, known nationally as Spay Day USA 2012. And now, therefore, it be proclaimed by the Mayor and Council of the City of El Paso that February shall be known as National Responsible Pet Owner Month, signed by our Honorable Mayor, John Cook.
I'd like to thank you for this proclamation, and I'd like to also state that there's a new day coming. And El Paso has, like many municipalities, long been held captive by the urban myth that we are overwhelmed with animal issues, that our economic challenges and our size preclude the possibility of us gaining a control over the situation. But El Paso has found the winds of change and is aware of things that are going on in the country, and it has activated us and turned us into a different direction. There's a new paradigm that is going across the country that's affecting cities that mirror El Paso in size, in the magnitude of the problems they have, and the economic challenges. And these communities have taken on this problem and addressed it with using a new sense of direction. And that new paradigm is to not rely on money, although that's important, and legislative action to be able to bring about this goal, but they're in fact using the main resource they have, and that's good people and citizens being activated to accomplish their goals. And we have that resource here in El Paso. Never before in my many years here in El Paso have I seen such a groundswell and grassroots response, a visceral response from people who, from civic organizations, from legislatures, from professional organizations, from rescue groups, who have reached across the aisles and say, we want to be part of this. People are literally knocking on our doors saying they want to join hands and make this happen. I believe this community is ready. Please bear with us as we initiate this new paradigm and activate some new programs. This will be an arduous undertaking, and it won't happen in a day. But with God's help and the good citizens of El Paso, we can and will accomplish this goal. Thank you.
Compliment Ms. Wilson for sending the animal services over under Ms. Smythe with environmental services, because what that does is it puts more eyes out there, it puts more feet on the ground. The resources that are available, other than having been in the health department, I think we'll have more resources now to try to accomplish something. As I looked at the results of the ordinance that we passed for the Title IX and saw that there were only a handful of litter permits issued, for example, you know that the ordinance has basically been pretty ineffective where we had it. So hopefully we're going to see a change. And I have challenged Ms. Smythe to take that ordinance and find out what's not enforceable in it and bring it back, and so we can amend it. We don't need things in there that we're not going to enforce. So let's have an ordinance that works and get the community involved, especially the outreach to the community to educate, most especially our children, about responsible pet ownership so that they really know what it's about. And remember that every kitten becomes a cat, and every puppy becomes a dog. So if you want a puppy but not a dog, then you should go borrow somebody else's for a little while. So thanks for what you guys are doing to try to make a difference. I know I think the entire council would say it's an embarrassment every year at budget when we talk about how many animals we've killed. And even though we reduced it somewhat, it's still way, way too many.
I agree, and again, please accept our heartfelt gratitude and thanks for this proclamation and your leadership and support. These matters we are battling on every front there is, and there are a number of fronts. It is going to take some time to accomplish all these goals, but we are very much in pursuit of them, and thanks be to the Environmental Department, Mrs. Smythe and Kurt Finstermacher, for aggressively coming to fix the problem and not just put a Band-Aid on it. But please, we want to thank you so very much.
Okay, thank you. Our final proclamation